Welcome to ChitChatChai. Today we're just going to chit chat because right now we're in Ramadan, so we can't really have chai. Today we're going to talk about some of our reflections on Ramadan, how it's been, what Ramadan is like in the UK, which I'm sure a lot of people are interested to know, and some of the things that we've been learning about that have shaped our reflection so far. I mean, do you want to kick us off? What is Ramadan like in London?
Ramadan in London's actually very welcoming, very warm.
Very warm. It's flipping cold, mate. I'm freezing.
Yeah, Ramadan's very nice. It's where Muslims get together, and even non-Muslims as well, who are interested about Islam, where we visit the mosque much more frequently. We're together, we're like hugging each other, just chilling out with each other. It's just a very blessed month.
Yeah, I agree. I went to the open iftar yesterday, and it's such a nice experience going to open iftar. It's like you get so many people coming in just because they're curious, and also there's free food.
Emphasis on free food, man. I've been loving it. Like when I go to the mosque and get those samosas.
It's nice, but I think like a lot of people spend Ramadan and they think, I'm just gonna not eat and drink, and that's the whole point of it. And a lot of people say you eat and drink because you're meant to feel closer to the people that are less fortunate than you, and it's meant to help you reflect. But I think that's only a part of it as well. I think by stopping yourself from eating and drinking, you actually enable yourself to receive something else as well. And that's where I think the spiritual factor and that a closeness to your purpose comes in as well. So because you're stopping the eating and the drinking, which are like primal things, you're not able to think about what's a bit deeper than that.
Some people, I heard this thing where some people during Ramadan, all they've gained is them starving.
No, they've lost weight.
Yeah, they just lost weight, and their whole mindset was, like I can't eat, I just need to stay hungry and starve. And that's their whole mindset around Ramadan.
You know what's the cute thing though? They've only lost water weight.
But that's not your mindset shouldn't be, telling everyone I'm hungry, being grumpy, suffering. It's about connecting with your creator and reducing as many distractions.
Yeah, exactly. And people ask me, how does not eating and drinking actually help you connect with the creator, right? Or connect with the God that you follow? And I'm like, by me not eating and drinking, I'm consciously making an effort to connect.
Yeah, because whenever you feel that hungry feeling in your stomach, you remember why you're doing that, and then it links to your creator. So it actually makes you remember your creator even more.
But even more than that, have you realised you don't actually feel that hungry?
I don't.
Yeah, it's weird. For anyone that hasn't tried fasting, try it from I won't tell you to wake up in the middle of the night, but from the moment you wake up till maybe sunset, just look outside, see when sun's setting. And try it for like a week or two, and you realise that you don't actually feel that hungry. And when you do eat, you don't eat that much. I would have in the beginning I was having 4 dates, and then maybe half a plate of food. And then I'll probably come back 3 hours later, but initially you don't even feel like you want to eat that much.
It's only really the little snacks for me, the little chocolates.
Oh, you eat so much. You eat all the chocolate, mate. What's the point of fasting?
buys it as well, though.
I don't care.
Get me.
So what kind of things have you been learning about as well?
For me, it's about the month of Ramadan is also the month where you connect with the Quran, and as Muslims we believe it's the word of God, right? So I'm just trying my best to actually understand, because it's originally written in Arabic and I only speak English and I speak Urdu fluently.
You don't?
I just struggle connecting with the Quran, so I've been putting a lot of effort in just understanding translation, the context behind when the texts were sent down. And yeah, it's been very nice, just more frequently going to the mosque, meeting with the older uncles as well, chilling with them. It's very nice.
That is interesting. I think for me, I connect with Islam a bit differently. So for me, I need a bit more of a spiritual connection through stories. So when I was going through it, Mufti Menk has this amazing series called Stories of the Prophets. And he goes through each prophet. It doesn't even need to be from Islam, right? It can be from Christianity, it can be from Judaism. Whatever the scriptures from all the books have said about a prophet, he'll mention it. And he talks about the ethics, the morals, the challenges of each prophet. So some prophets would have the challenge of trying to do miracles in an age where everyone's doing something similar of that type. Like say for example, Moses is out there, he's got a stick that turns into a snake, and there's these other people that can make it look like they have a lot of snakes. So it's like the era of like weird magic. And then there's another prophet he was in a time where everyone, the town that he was sent into, there were like a lot of business owners. And he talks about the ethics of having businesses, of going into debt, of putting other people into debt, and how you manage those things as well. So even for us who have like a small, medium business, like we have to be conscious of how we're operating as well. Are we being ethical? Are we making sure that the value that we're giving to others is the right type of value? Are we marketing ourselves the right way? All those things, it makes you question these things and operate in a way that's in accordance of the path that we're following. Yeah, and one thing that someone said as well is you can't, like, the Quran is written in Arabic and it was written like 1,400 years ago. And it's written in a language that most people don't even speak now. Like the Fusha Arabic, which is the Arabic that the Quran's written in, people don't speak that now. Like now we speak, like people speak a watered down version of it. So what this guy said was, if you have an issue, or if you want to try and understand something, you'll go to someone who's an expert in that field, and you try and learn about that topic from them. Like say for example, you want to learn for some reason about accounting or law. You'll go to a lecturer, or you'll go to a teacher that can teach you those things. And the teacher will guide you on the next best thing to do. Like the teacher guides you in what you need to learn. So it's the same thing with Islam. You can't learn it yourself. Like doing it by yourself is so long, it's so difficult. You need someone to at least give you the breadcrumbs of what you need to learn and go into. Which is why we're in an amazing time where we have YouTube, right? We have YouTube, we have some people on TikTok and Instagram talking about the right stuff and asking the right questions, and we should really lean into that stuff.
I think that's why Islam promotes unity as well, and to gather as a community, help your community, because it's very hard to actually follow the religion by yourself as well. It helps out a lot when you have others with you, and when you join together, pray together, break your fast together. It unites us and like motivates us as well.
I want to talk about one place that I went to for iftar, because I've been to iftar at many places, and you speak to people and it's like, oh yeah, how you doing? Like, oh, you're fasting, yeah, that's great. But I went to one place and it's called Rumi's Cave. It's in Harlesden, and I think that's the only place I've been to in a long time. So shout out Rumi's Cave. But as soon as I walked in and I spoke to someone, he welcomed me immediately. Like everyone there was so friendly, and they really treated it like a community. Like even now, the one guy that I met, that I spoke to the first time, he's been messaging me every day since and asking me, oh, how's Ramadan going? Do you want to come join here? Do you want to come join there? And it's just a different feeling. And I think that's one thing, I was saying, what's Ramadan like in London? I feel like there's communities, but if you're not part of the clique of the existing community, it's very hard to get into. Like you need someone to bring you in, but there's not that many people like that. It's so hard.
I experienced it in our local mosque. You don't really have that community. Like unless you're like going there every single day, every single prayer, you might be accepted. But when I went to Regent's Park or Central London Mosque, when I went there, one of the guy who actually like manages the mosque, he just said salam to me, and then he introduced me to everyone like at the front row, and then he was giving me food, taking care of me, and then he even dropped me home.
He dropped you home?
Yeah. I mean, he wasn't happy about it.
Wow.
He wasn't happy. Long story short, he said he lived in the Stanmore, and I was like, oh, I live there too. He lived in Etcher. But I told him,
not far.
I told him I live like 4 minutes away from you, but because there was like a little bit of traffic, tiny bit of Broadway, he actually got triggered. Like that was the only downside. He was like, oh, this is too far away. I've been at... But yeah, the whole day experience was beautiful.
Well, we're going there today as well, so we'll shoot a little mini day in the life kind of thing. It's not a everyday life because it's cold, and we don't always come out. But we'll do a little video today just to show you what iftar can be like at one of the mosques in London.
Yeah, hopefully it goes well. We're gonna try, you know, get some free food as well.
And we have our brother Julian behind the camera as well. All right, guys. Well, thanks for the chit chat, and yeah, come join us, and we'll get some chai.
They actually have free tea, you know.
Do they?
Yeah,
Oh,
chai.
I love a bit of curry chai.